Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Bingothon Winter 2025. We are here to see Ori and Will-o'-the-Wisps Randomizer by Zri. So go ahead and take it away.
Yeah, hello. I am not Zri, most notably. Maybe Zri, if you want to say a quick hello.
Yeah, hello, I'm Drew. I will be playing the game, but since I cannot really play and talk at the same time, I have Jill with me, who will talk.
Yeah, my name's Tukil, and I will go over this Ori and the Will-o'-the-Wisps randomizer Blackout Discovery Bingo with door randomizer for all of you. A lot to unpack there, so before we head in, because there's a lot of things that could happen right at the start, I'm just going to give a brief introduction to this, but we'll see it as we continue on as well. So, Ori and the Will-o'-the-Wisps is a Metroidvania-style platformer with some combat elements. A beautiful game by Moon Studios with wonderful soundtrack. Hopefully we'll get to listen to some of that. Then we have Blackout Bingo. You've probably already heard about it if you're here at Bingothon, so that just means we will do the entirety of the board. And then we have Discovery, which just means we have 2 cards open at the start and unlock the surrounding ones by completing the goal. That does not mean that we cannot finish goals before we see them. And it also has an added feature that you can also unlock the first 2 goals without them being the ones that you see, and they will unlock future goals. That's just because the Will-o'-the-Wisps randomizer is way less constructed in a way where you know what exactly will happen first. And then the last part is, of course, the door randomizer. So once we head into the game, there are a number of doors that we can enter, and they will also not bring us into the normal location. But yeah, with all of that out of the way, actually one last thing, we do have random spawn, so that means we do not necessarily spawn at the original start of the game, but can spawn anywhere with any amount of skills that the randomizer deems necessary for us to continue. Okay, now, with all of that out of the way, we can finally get started. So let's go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, good luck on your randomizer, and we already spawned with Hammer, and we spawned fairly close to where we would normally spawn in this Inkwater Marsh area. Immediately getting dash, so that will definitely help us stay under estimate. And let's also take a look at the bingo board. We have 2 cards that we can see right now, collect wisps and collect this wisp, memory. Both of which, if you've played the game casually, kind of are later in the game, and you do need a number of skills to get to any of these places, and since we didn't spawn near them, this is unlikely to be what we would get. And already 1 card completed. We completed the get one of these pickups kind of card. So here we have, of course, the experience above offer in Inkwater that we've collected. We only needed to get 1 of the 3 cards, and now we can see a bit more of the board. So we need to drop the rock next to Bower. A lot of things happening in Reach. And then we have Ring the Bells forward, which we do need Bash for. And we do have Activate Spirit Trials 6. I don't remember how many Spirit Trials there are in the game, but it is around 6, so we do need to get almost all of them. I think it's like 7 or something like that. So what we can do with the hammer that we see here is... So basically every skill in this game interacts with almost all the other skills. And in this instance, we can use hammer as well as the wall jump that you spawn with in every game. To kind of get this interaction, to cancel our hammer momentum and repeat the same input to get a bit more movement. And that is referred to as a hammer jump. In this case, it's a wall hammer jump, because we do use the wall to get this effect. But yeah, there is a spirit trial just to the right of us, but we do not have the resources to get up to it currently, so skipping it for now, since this is a Metroidvania that will happen during some times. And since this is a randomizer, I can also already tell you that most of the goals we will complete near the end of the randomizer, because this beginning stage is mainly just clearing everything we can, getting skills that we need to continue, and then slowly working towards the goal. But yeah, with double jump we now have the normal version of the hammer jump, so to speak. So this is like the most used one, where we use the second jump of the double jump to kind of counteract our momentum. And with that we have the second card completed. We open one of these keystone doors, and this is the keystone door to Qualox Hollow. So with this out of the way, I did not see the shop. I hope there was nothing important in there, because Zri has a tendency to sometimes overlook shop. But yeah, with this we have another nice trick. So if you open the weapon wheel at just the right frame, the bow gets confused as to where it spawns and where it's supposed to go, and it just chooses the closest way to an object that it can hit. And in this instance it is this eye underneath us that we're normally supposed to grab some other way. But that one is slow, so we don't do that. And more cool tech to talk about. This, what you could just see, was called a wave dash. It is called that because Ori kind of looks like they are waving while doing that. But yeah, it is yet again a cancellation of momentum. This time we use region to cancel our dash momentum, and we also need to kind of hold the opposite direction. It is a very involved process. If you want to learn more, you can definitely check out our repository of tips and tricks at wotw.orirando.com. There are some very helpful articles there. But with that, we are deep into Qualox Hollow. Say hello to Qualoc, and say goodbye to him. We got our first wisp with this, but there are 2 more to collect. And we have our next big skill. Burrow is really important because this game has a number of hard-locked items. So in the case of Burrow, there's just sand all around the world, and you cannot access sand pickups or burrow through the sand without the skill. So very important to get for later, and very good to have this early so we don't have to worry. Now Zri will also move throughout the world and get all the pickups, and whenever you see Zri maybe stopping to do something that you wouldn't expect, that could also be something that leads to a bingo goal, so we're just hoping for that. And the next skill, grenade and shuriken. Okay, shuriken, mostly a combat skill, does have some weird interactions that with the skill set we have, we probably don't need to worry about for now. Grenade, however, also has movement tech surrounding it that is about cancelling momentum, or in this case, cancelling our deceleration with this grenade jump. And if you're looking for a trick that is very easy to do, and you have the game, and you want to feel cool, just equip grenade and press grenade and jump and hold both of them pressed, and you can do this. It is a very cool trick. So also to note, so you don't actually throw the grenade after, you need to press jump before you let go of the grenade. That will kind of cancel the grenade. And with that, we have access now to some more pickups. We unfortunately cannot get to kind of the hub area of this game, which would be just above us, because that one is locked behind either bash, which is the very easy way of doing it, or using deflector and some weapon to deflect a shot from an enemy. But let's just hope it doesn't have to go to that. It's quite a trick, although 3 has done it before, so it wouldn't be too terrible, I guess. but we also still have the entirety of Inkwater Marsh here for us. So we're going to that, and let's see if the classic break the log and marsh is a goal or not. I'm not sure if you on stream will actually see it, but I have a different board open, so I might be able to tell. But Zri is a tease, so he's just going to check the pickup on the left here first. Which, honestly, good decision. And it's another TP. Ooh, that is a very interesting one, because that is one that is surrounded by sand. And since we have Burrow, yeah, we can access that. And 3 cards completed. Yeah, it's on the screen. I forgot about that feature. Thank you. Rando deaths. I'm pretty sure that might be something that Zri has implemented himself. So, yeah, big shoutouts. But with that, yeah, now you can. I actually might need to open the Bingothon stream so I can see what it looks like for all of you. But at least 3. Yeah, okay, also on stream, good. You cannot actually see the goal that he just unlocked, and neither the goals surrounding it, and that is on purpose. But we have still completed it, so we don't need to do it again, because it would also not be possible to break this log again. But yeah, I think this is more or less just getting some pickups right now, so if you have anything to talk about why we're doing Bingothon right now, or if there's any donations you want to read, now would be a good time. But I, of course, can also just talk about what's happening on stream.
I can also say something.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, as we all know, we are here donating money for Fred Hutch. In case you don't know that, Fred Hutch is a cancer research center where world-renowned scientists and humanitarians work together to prevent, diagnose, and treat cancer, HIV, and many other diseases, with 3 Nobel laureates among their researchers. They're at the front of the battle against those illnesses. So it's a very good cause to donate to. And that's why we're all here. Yeah. We don't have any new donations, but if people do want to put in donations, you can. And you can also decide, as a reminder, on reskins and fresh choices for Silk Song, which is coming up in a couple of hours. So keep those all in mind.
Yeah, very excited for the Silk Song showcase later. I unfortunately cannot watch it because I haven't finished the game yet, but I will be cheering on from the sidelines. And we found Glide. So I kind of need to explain the online functionality of the randomizer. So 3 is playing on the server right now, and that one saves every time he picks up something. So even though he died after getting the glide pickup, and in the normal game you don't keep it, this time around he does get to keep it. And he also picked up Water Dash, so as the name kind of implies, this allows Ori to dash underwater and out of the water as well, and is very helpful in some later areas, not necessarily here, but it will be interesting for later. And we also found triple jump, so every time there's something green popping up on the screen, that is a shard. And shards are kind of not necessarily for combat, but improvements on Ori that you can kind of pick up or equip depending on what you kind of need. So for example, triple jump is obviously tailored towards the double jump. And we found Bash. So if you've played Ori in any capacity, Bash is probably the skill you know about. Very cool movement. You get to bash an enemy in one direction and yourself in the opposite. And it just makes traversing the world so much fun and so much quicker. So really great to see that. And we also do have Ring the Bells forwards on the board. So that is a goal that is specifically locked behind Bash because you cannot interact with the bells outside of using Bash. So that is very good to know, Fosri. Overall, this is a very generous seed so far. If you look at the tracker, we do have all the information on what skills we have, and we have like half of them collected already within 12 minutes. So that is very good to know. There are some major skills we are still missing, but there's also plenty of time still left to collect them. And with Bash, we also now have the capabilities to get to the hub area of the game. Which is especially important with door randomizer. So if you have a look at the tracker again, there is a number of information. The 755 Spirit Light is the currency of the game. Under that we have 7 keystones and 4 Gorlek ore. Keystones are for opening doors in the game, and Gorlek ore are for repairing some things and getting some quests going. So they are also a very important resource. Underneath that you have the 8 willow hearts, which is kind of like the...
Oh no.
Yeah, this is an inbounds randomizer, so going out of bounds is kind of a big no-no. This was, of course, not intentional, and Zuri is trying to find a place where he can possibly void out, but no such luck. So choosing to quit out and go back in. We do love how well programmed this game is. Occasionally. Okay, this time no cutscene lift, we're good. We're not getting lifted into, or out of bounds rather. And with that, we can do this fight room. So this is, again, an instance of Zuri choosing to spend some time, and it pays off. Immediate payoff. So things like do fight room XY could be on the board. We don't see it, but we have it unlocked now anyway. Oh, you have shuriken, so you could choose to, yeah. So there's a wall that you're supposed to break from the other side. But as you can see by the fact that we dealt some damage, you can also throw a shuriken out of bounds. That is allowed, that is perfectly allowed in randomizer. And then it hits the wall on the way back. And there we go, the wall has been destroyed. So now we got into the area that normally requires Bash to get into from the other side. And there are also a number of goals that could appear here. So there's one for pulling this lever to the right of us, so Zuri will be sure to do that. It's unfortunately not on the board this time, but there could of course be something like pull X amount of levers could be on here. And overall, it's just nice to have it up there. As you can see, that might turn some of the portals to a bit more advantageous positions. Because each of these blue thingies is a portal, and you kind of need to remember where each one takes you. So that takes a bit of practice, but luckily the map shows you as well. Okay, with that we can activate the teleporter. We unfortunately can't get out the other way because we are blocked by these bells. But we have at least have the teleporter if we need to get back to here later. But for now it seems like we are going to Glades. The Wellspring Glades, which is the hub area where we have a lot of NPCs, we have our shops, and can find plenty of doors. Most of them, however, are locked behind... All? I think all of them are actually locked behind Gorlek ore, and we only have 5 so far, so we can only unlock 2 of the doors. And we can get the sword from the shop here. With hammer, it's not actually that useful for movement. It is, however, incredibly useful for combat because hitting anything with sword, like an enemy or mostly enemies with sword, allows you to regain your double jump and your launch if we get that, and your dash, and basically all the nice movement skills. Whereas that doesn't happen with hammer. So even though both of them are equal in the sense that they don't cost energy, sword is still preferable.
Oh,
And yeah, you might have noticed we do have a bunch of orange pickups or yellow pickups. And those are either teleporters, so they always have TP after it, or they are bonus pickups. And those bonus pickups are introduced by the randomizer. Oh, also, I'm getting to the door in a second. Like, for example, that extra shuriken we just got. And those are just enhancements for weapons, for movement, that are permanent and that you don't have to equip. So yeah, we just entered our first door and it spit us out in a different area that we haven't been to yet. And in like one of the downsides from door render in that the Wellspring teleporter is unfortunately not quite as powerful. But yeah, very nice feature, excuse my English, showcased by Zuri there is the InLogic map, which just showcases you what the randomizer kind of expects you to do, so you know what to get. And that is just built into the randomizer by default, and you just see it by opening the map. That's a really nice feature. But with that, we are in the escape, and you can really hear the soundtrack. Really good work by Gareth Koke here. Going through here, this could of course also be a goal, and it also unlocks a hint. And hints in this game are very important. There are several types of hints. In this randomizer that we're showcasing, we have 2 hints active, which are the major hints. So those major item hints, which just means that they show, if you buy them, where some of the major items are, like for example bash, like for example clean water that we do not have currently, like for example burrow that we already have. So that is very nice, and of course completing the Wellspring escape could be a card, and in this case it is. And it also has the added bonus of spitting us out at the beginning of Wellspring, which is very nice for access to some easy doors. Yeah, Wellspring area for most randomizer players not necessarily the most preferred area, because it is a very slow area. To get to any pickups you need to like open this door, go through it. In the base game you would have a cutscene there, and then every pickup is behind a lever, or you need to do some kind of mini puzzle or weird movement to get to it. So it is overall just a very slow area, and you do want to avoid it, especially if you do not have the skill that is kind of what you're supposed to get here, which would be grapple. It is the pickup next to the little tree icon in the randomizer tracker that we do not have just yet. And that would allow us to interact with all the blue plants, all the blue moss around here, but since we don't have it... Oh no! Okay, Tree getting this pickup underwater. Try to do a regen jump here, so you can jump and hold regen at the same time. And that allows you to heal in the air. And yeah. Unfortunately didn't quite get the heal completely before dropping into the water. But yeah, with this we're out of this area again, since we cannot access the inside of Wellspring due to the randomized doors just yet. Nothing more to do here, so instead we're heading to the right. There is a combat shrine here. We probably need to do a few of them because of the bingo board, but those are generally done quicker later on if we do have some damage amplifiers or some of the bonus skills that would allow for better damage. But yeah, for now it's just a matter of yeah, getting some more pickups to... Oh yeah.
Just super quickly, we have a $10 donation from Malway. No comment, but thank you for the donation.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mama. So yeah, we now use the outer ruins key that we got way back. As you can see, we can now use the sand to our advantage. Go through here. There's a lot of pickups here. Yeah, unfortunately we do not have access to any of the goals right now outside of ringing the bells. Just because you either need to do a lot of things for them, like get to a lot of spur trials, which are scattered all around the map, or we don't have the skills required to get to the things just yet. Like for example, wisps are usually guarded by some hard-locked requirement. We got the one wisp already that isn't hard-locked by a requirement, but everything else we kind of need some more skills for. And we have a dancing Gorlek. Let's go. Yeah, sometimes the Gorleks get confused about movement patterns and decide to dance. Which, hey, cute. So yeah, currently we're definitely still deep in the collecting resources for later stage of the bingo. Not yet really in the completing bingo goals part of it. But I mean, we already have 6 goals completed, so only 19 more to go. This definitely looks like it will easily be underestimated. And I might have just fixed it. But yeah, the 3 noses way around these areas, and especially in this area, there's a very clear path to just full clearing it, and we do have the skills that would make this possible, so really nice to just be able to get a lot of pickups very quickly. And we'll also head to the second kind of hint that we have in this seed, which is area hints, and that just shows us, hey, okay, there's no skills in this area, and 1 teleporter. So that is very nice to know. We did see that earlier in our starting area in Quartermarsh, where Zuri used it to kind of decide for how long he wants to stay there. Okay, we just activated our first spirit trial. Very nicely done. We do not need to actually complete them, so we just need to go to the end point of them and kind of touch them and watch this little cutscene of, hey, here's the start, if you want to trial. And those are just very... oh, wow. That is a lot of spirit light. Maybe as a bit of an explanation, this randomizer works in such a way that the later you are in logic, so the more skills you're required to get this pickup, or the longer it should take you to get this pickup, the higher the XP is. And if you've been kind of keeping track of our XP numbers, they've ranged like under 100, maybe around the 120 mark. So seeing a 418 Spirit Light pickup there, definitely interesting. But yeah, we are heading to our next goal right now. So Zuri finally wants to see a bit more of the goal. Taking the shortcut for the teleporter in Quartermarsh to get to the entry of Midnight Burrows here, where there are the bells that we need to ring. And you can ring them in 2 directions, so spoiler, the background kind of gives you the forward direction in which order you need to ring them, and the reverse would be the backwards. So with this we see 3 more things. By this map, Wellspring Blades, get this pickup, the XP next to Hollow Drain Lever, and open Wellspring 2nd floor. So 2 of these are kind of locked behind doors. And since this is a door randomizer, we need to find the correct door to enter to get to them. In the case of open Wellspring 2nd floor, we actually have 2 doors available to us, because the first floor of Wellspring that we need to go through to open the 2nd floor has an entry door and an exit door. And either of those can get us access to that lever. And the other goal by this map, Wellspring Glades, there is a friendly NPC in the Wellspring Glades that would provide us with this map, but he has his own house and he kind of hides in there, and that house has a door. So, yeah, need to find that door. So instead, Zuri is choosing to go for the last option here, and he's trying to do a cheeky skip right here. So basically, there's this pressure plate, and normally you're supposed to put a stone on there so the pressure plate is constantly activated, but Zuri is trying to kind of cheese it. You do know that you have bow though, right?
I do. If you get this first try, then it's faster.
Yeah, now it's just showing off. So there you can see the idea. So Zuri wants to dash here, and oh, nicely done. Bash through there to kind of raise the closing door right there. Nicely done. This is the lever that the goal is talking about, and the pickup is just underneath it. And there it is. And now we see some goals that we already collected that we talked about. We saw the double jump tree approach room that Zuri completed earlier. We saw break the log and Inkwater Marsh. And then of course the goal we just did. And then one more has appeared to complete both quests, rebuilding the glades and hand to hand. Wow. Yeah, yesterday during our kind of practice run we had a third goal of the kind, which is kind of in the same area. So that was even longer. But those are like the longest quests in the game. So rebuilding the glades requires us to have a total of 29 Gorlick ore. So you can see we just got one and now we're at 16 total, of which we still have 12 in inventory. And then for hand-to-hand, we need to talk to a number of NPCs in the correct order to, yeah, kind of give items from NPCs to NPCs. So you start with a backpack that you're supposed to carry over, and then so on and so forth. You just need to deliver little packages between NPCs. Okay, then we also see activate one of these updrafts that has unlocked by one of the goals that we already did without seeing them. So that requires us to find a certain skill, that skill being flap. Yeah, you can see that we also just found a teleporter to an area that actually holds 2 of the goals that we need to complete. Which is normally not required to go into unless you find flap. So that is just to safeguard that flap cannot be in this area, and you kinda are supposed to have flap to get into it. Ooh, clean water. Very nice for later. We do not really have a clean water locked thing outside of hand-to-hand on the board right now. But that could very well still happen. But yeah, with this skill setup, you basically have the entire map open to you. Yeah. And to maybe kind of reiterate why this works for the bingo, so the Will of the Wisps bingo is not hosted on like an external site like Play Bingo or Bingo Sync or anything like that, but instead hosted on the same site that the randomizer itself is hosted. So what that allows is that you are just automatically connected to your bingo board. So the bingo board tracks for you automatically that you did a goal, so you don't need to like manually tick it or anything. So in that regard, it's very user-friendly. But yeah, we are now in Bower's Reach. There are 2 goals that we could do here. One is collect this Wisp memory. As the note says behind the memory, it is found in Reach. And after we do this, we could also get Drop the Rock next to Bower. But of course, there are also a number of pickups here that could hold progression. And there's also a door just around here, so I think that is where Zuri wants to go. Yeah, okay, Flap is very late in logic, yet again with the high spirit light numbers. Oh, actually, that might just be a grapple issue. Either way, something is locking that pickup, or maybe randomizer just decided randomly to put it late in logic. That can also happen occasionally. But yeah, with grenade, we also now can melt these ice barriers here. And it seems like we do have a very nice power up to our grenades, which allows them to triple effectively. And that also means it triples the damage, so that will be very nice for combat later on. But yeah, we do have a very comfy moveset right now. This store yesterday also wasn't randomized. For some reason, the store just doesn't like getting randomized.
Apparently.
Okay, with this, we're now going through the second half of this area towards the aforementioned wisp. Now, all of the other wisps that remain are kind of combat focused. Oh, actually, that's not true. But two of the remaining ones are combat focused. This is a bit more movement focused, so instead of fighting something, by the end of it, we just have to escape from something. Zuri's trying to hit a ledge here to refresh his little jump. Okay, there you go. 4 health fragment. Very helpful. Did you get the hint of this area?
No.
No, okay. So we don't know if there's anything here, but Flap could actually not be here, but there could be launch fragments or grapple. Wellspring TP that we already collected. So yeah, for teleporters there's always 2 ways to get them. You can either get close to them on the map, like if you move around, or you can pick them up as a pickup, then you also have instant access to it. And in this game, it actually has a skill that just allows you to immediately teleport to any teleporter from anywhere. And that is very nice in terms of randomizer because it allows that you never get stuck. You always have the possibility to use the keybind to open the map and teleport to where you want to go. Okay, and with this we are getting up to the escape of the memory of the forest. Just using a bit of bash to get up quicker. And then we will see a bit more of the board. Yeah, this is also one of the few instances where the game doesn't refill your health and energy at like an important story step. So it's where you use the time before the avalanche reaches to kind of heal up a bit. And since Rui has played this escape numerous times, he knows exactly what will happen after you move through here. So we should be in just a second. And that will give us the memory, and afterwards we have access to drop a rock onto a poor bear's head. So that will happen in a second. But yeah, we collected the memory, and we can see we need to complete a spirit trial, and we need to activate either the Wellspring trial, the Molten Depth trial, or the Qualox Hollow trial. Out of the 3, currently Qualox Hollow is probably the easiest, so we will see what Zuri decides. There could still be a goal that specifies different spirit trials yet again. So yeah. we dropped the rock, but that didn't unlock anything new on the board. Oh no, you didn't yet. Oh, then it was a different goal.
Like collect spirit light or something like that.
Ah, I was looking away for 1 second, so I just assumed it was it. Ooh, okay, Ultra Bash. Now I have a very controversial opinion here. I do like the Ultra Bash shard, which kind of reverts the behavior of Bash to the behavior of Bash in the first part of the game, and deals damage to enemies. So almost no one but me uses this shard, so I wouldn't expect 3 to use it. I just wanted to give it a little shout out. But yeah, we're still just collecting pickups, so if you have more things to talk about, you can definitely go ahead right now. But it seems like we are going towards the Wellspring Trial, which we can activate here. And that unlocked the either of these spirit trials thing. So yeah. So now with this we still don't have new information. We still only know that we need to buy 5 maps. Oh, but never mind. We see that we also got the goal Get Trees. And that unlocked Complete this fight room, Ridge Elevator Ride, which is just where Zuri's heading right now. So this is one of the combat sequences of the game. Admittedly, with Zuri's loadout, this will not be interesting combat by any means. But there are these enemies that we do have to defeat. It also unlocks access to the last area of the game, the final dungeon, which also is the place that gatekeeps the final boss of the game, Shriek. And since you also generously donated towards it, we will see the final fight against Shriek afterwards. So very exciting for that. And never mind, I forgot, and I think I made 3 forget. This is door randomizer, so obviously, since you just saw there's a door that leads to the final dungeon, yeah, we need to find that door. There's so much to keep track of, but yeah, that's why you have a handy tracker on the bottom right. So to kind of elaborate what the door indicator means, so there is a total of 32 different doors, and that counts basically both the entry and the exit. So, like, if you have a door to a house, you can open it from the outside or the inside. Both of these are counted, because an inside of a door could lead to an outside of another door, or it could lead to an inside to another door. And there's Shriek! Okay, we just talked about it. There it is. So now we know where the end of the game is. There is a teleporter right next to the doors, so we just unlock that. And there's our access to the first floor of Wellspring. And it was even the good access that led us right to the lever that unlocked the second floor of Wellspring. So now we have that unlocked. Very nicely, making good progress here through the board. We're already at 14 cards. 40 minutes in. Yeah, this is looking good, unless Gorlek was also no problem. We do have 27 out of the 29 required already, so yeah, I think we're good. Fingers crossed I didn't jinx it. Fingers crossed. But yes, Reese just making sure. Is there a reason why you didn't activate the water dash pickup?
No, do I need to?
No. I was just
I'm just giving pickups now because...
Yeah, fair.
I just need... Right, I need flatten. Where is flatten woods? Oh, there.
Yeah, this is definitely the we just go for goals phase. Ooh, you need to buy the map here.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, Flap is also the only skill in Woods. So, yeah, Woods. We'll mainly go there for the Flap that we still need, because there isn't really anything else in terms of goals right now, except for get pickups from Keystones. That is very much a thing we can do in Woods. There's 6 of them there, and that is a goal that is specific to the randomizer in the sense that get pickups from Keystones doesn't mean get Keystones, but it means pick up things that look like Keystones. So this game, or rather the randomizer, doesn't modify the way the pickups look, even when they are randomized. So this goal means pick up anything that looks like a keystone, and those have set positions based on the base game. So yeah, we know exactly where to go for these, and Woods would be a very good point for that. Okay, is there any specific door that we still need? We still need access to the second floor of Flood Spring. We've opened it, but since there is a door, it means we need to actually find a door that leads to it. Now we could also hope for it to just be the vanilla position, so the outside door of second floor leads to the inside door of second floor, but that's rather unlikely. We still have a total of 10 doors that we haven't checked. But
Do we have time for a quick donation?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Oh, thank you. It is another $10 from Maui, with the comment saying, failed to add in. So here is more money. Ori hype, Ori hug. And indeed that donation goes towards the starting crest choice bid war for Colonized Silk Song, which will be later on this evening. Specifically, it goes towards the choice of Witch as a starting crest. As a reminder, the choices available are Hunter, which is the vanilla choice, Beast, Shaman, Wanderer, and Witch. So it means that Witch is leading at $10. I remember that on top of that bid war, there's also a bid war for reskin of Hornet, with the choices being red, which is the vanilla, black, blue, white, and yellow. So there's definitely loads we can do with your donations. So yeah, thank you very much, and let's keep it going.
Yeah, definitely. Very excited, as I said earlier, and I'm looking forward to seeing Hornet be all forms of colors with all kinds of crests. I know that there's only one winner, but I know which one I would choose, so maybe I'll put in a donation. We'll have to see about that. But yeah, with that we have a bunch of more goals completed. We're heading towards our next Spirit Trial that we need to activate. It is unfortunately one that we cannot complete at this time. I mean, I think it might be possible, but it's a bit... it's one of them that requires grapple, so not really. But yeah, we're just going through the world right now, making sure to pick everything up here in Woods, because our hint says that Flap is somewhere here. So there are these pickups here, and yeah, there it is. Now we can go and actually activate the app draft in Glades. That is that done. And we can continue
I still need
through
to do
everything
hand-to-hand.
Yeah, you still need to do hand-to-hand, yes.
Let's do that then.
Yeah, hand-to-hand, as I kind of went on earlier, is a very linear quest. Like, you need to speak to certain NPCs in a set order. So keeping track of where you are and following that is very important. I don't actually know. You probably are on the wellspring part of it because I don't think you have
Yes.
access to the second floor.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll check this door and then check the doors in Wellspring. But this is the most useless one. There's not a single
that door
pickup
doesn't-
inside.
Yeah, there isn't any pickups. It's very nice when it is in its vanilla location because it has a glitch to it that allows you to farm money infinitely, and it's like the only spot outside of like spawning and respawning enemies that allows for that. So yeah. But now we're back into Wellspring, everyone's favorite area, and we're just going through checking some of the doors. There is a nice quality of life feature in the randomizer called Better Wellspring that just automatically unlocks the final door. This time around it just leads to a door in Glades, so not what we're looking for. But if you don't have randomized doors, that allows for easy access to the Wellspring door. Actually, I was wrong, that is not the final door. These doors are confusing sometimes. This is the final
I
door.
checked this one. No, I didn't.
You haven't yet.
Okay, use it.
Yeah, that leads to... I mean, it could be your third wisp if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Probably
okay.
don't want to go through that. Okay, it didn't move far. The outside door of the first floor was connected to the inside door of the second floor. So now we've talked to this NPC. This NPC traded a pouch of herbs to us, and this we will deliver to our trusty soup guy, who will make a warm, nice soup. And if you've been paying attention, there is a very cold area, so there's an NPC that just wants to have some warm soup that we will deliver it to. And since we collected teleporters all throughout, all of these traits aren't taking very long. You can also see we've actually seen every door at this point. So that was the last door you checked.
Damn. Usually it takes way longer. Okay, launch. Fine.
Let's go. So launch is the most powerful skill of the game, hands down. It allows you to move freely everywhere and to every position you want, basically. And that just means that now we have completely free reign of where to move, how to move. And so you might have seen that we collected launch fragments, and that is just to make it less likely that you just pick up launch right at the beginning of the game and essentially turn everything kind of boring movement-wise. But of course, if you want to play with launch, do that. This is the very customizable randomizer. Okay, and looking at the amount of gold you have and the one goal you don't see, you don't have the one goal you're missing right now. Or you can't see it, rather. But yeah, we're now in Moldwood Depths. Moldwood Depths holds Zuri's favorite boss fight, so I wouldn't be surprised. Yep, that's where he's beelining. So everyone say hi to our big spider. If you're afraid of spider, this is your arachnophobia warning. You should look away for the next... I will tell you when she's gone. With this amount of healing, if you're sensitive to this. I know I am. I have disabled it because the randomizer does have that feature. But yeah, Mora is gonna get decimated with our loadout right now. So if you want to see some proper combat, probably wait for Silksong. I don't suppose that Silksong will have broken the game that much yet. Ooh, and we see usage of Ultra Flap. So Ultra Flap is one of the very recent items in the randomizer. It allows Flap, this feather that we have, to deal damage. And it also has a nice effect depending on how many Ultra Flood pickups you have, because depending on how many pickups you actually collected, the skill does more or less damage. And with that, we have defeated the spider, we've gotten our third wisp, and can move back out of here. Yeah. 3 will probably move to the Spirit Trial and the map of this area, because those are 2 things that we need to do. And of course also hand-to-hand. Now we gathered a spool of spider silk that we will need for later. So yeah, there was a joke a long time that Ori and the Will of the Wisps kind of copied Hollow Knight, and as a Will of the Wisps player playing Silksong, I definitely felt like Silksong copied from Will of the Wisps. So, whole thing goes around again. But yeah, with that we have the trial activated, we can buy the map, which is just around here, and then we are out of this area again. 3, which trial will you do?
That's a good question. I guess I will just do this one.
I mean, you could also do Fallout Hollow, because you haven't activated that one yet, but you can also just do this one. But yeah, we are definitely in the late stages of the seed. I don't think this will take much longer than 5 to 10 minutes from now. You still need to do hearts. Never mind. So yeah, we do not have one of the skills that the game kind of supposes you have, so we're just skipping half of the trial right here. Defeat this boss Quarlock. Oh, you can delete the frog.
Sure.
You have Luma TP.
Do I? No. I don't.
Oh, never mind. I thought you did. Okay, misremembered. But yeah, with Water Dash and with launch and everything, this is not gonna take a long time. We're already in Luma pools. So we do need to do the Water Dash fight room. We can also activate the Spirit Trial right after. And then we need to defeat Quarlock and talk to someone with a fishing rod that needs some silk to attach to the fishing rod, so we can trade with them and get continue the adventure. So we're making progress to literally all of the things that I left on the board. Nearly missed. Okay. Here's the fishing Moki. So now we got a spike glass. With this we will access this combat arena. Fun fact, you can completely skip this combat arena if you don't touch the ground to the right and completely stay under this platform. And also, second fact that was kind of important for this randomizer is that this version of the fight room that is required for the goal, of course, only unlocks with Water Dash. So this fight room basically has 2 versions, one without Water Dash and one with. And for this goal, since it says Water Dash, we do need to do that. And you can just lure these enemies into spikes. That is the fastest way to kill them, because they just instantly die. Okay, with that, we have our 3 goals left. Yeah. Really not much to say here outside of the movement is just really smooth. And yet again, shoutouts to wotw.orirando.com. That is where you can download the randomizer. You will find an explanation of all the tricks if you go onto the wiki. And you can also find the link to our Discord of really nice people there. So yeah, with that we heading into the Quarlock fight. It has this escape element in the beginning with a nice skip from 3 right here to skip part of the escape. And with that, yeah, I think 4 grenades are enough. maybe a bit. But yeah, Frog exploded. Oh, you didn't activate this first.
Not yet. I will do that.
I see. Yeah, makes sense, makes sense. Melting Sword, not really an upgrade that we need to keep in mind for now. But yes, with all the bonus pickups that we have in the pool, some of the later combat kind of gets a bit less interesting. I mean, I really can't talk about this because I play a variant that just gets rid of all the combat. But yes. With this, we have our last card before. The bingo will not be over then. Remember, you all donated for an incentive before we get to the final boss. So yeah, with this, we need to continue hand to hand. We need to get our spyglass to our resident spy over here. This is of course the NPC that tracks all your movement. So if you normally talk to him, he kind of gives you stats on how many times you jump, how many times you've died, etc. So it's very fitting that he gets the spyglass. I mean, very intentional of course as well. But with this, we're on our second to last part of the quest. We need to give a thirsty Gorlek in the desert a water bottle, and he gives us a mapstone fragment. So this is reminiscent of the first part of Ori that you will see right after this. And we will have to hand it in here. Normally you would have to go through this dungeon the other way, but we do have Shuriken, and we saw earlier already that this can break walls from the wrong side, and we're just using this here as well. Nicely done, and this is the mapstone altar that we can put it into. So now the bingo is complete, and we already have access to Shriek, so I was lying, we don't actually need to do the hearts. Because normally the door just would be locked behind that, but yeah, we have access to Shriek, and just like every other combat, this boss fight will look similar. We also have the added feature, normally the health bar would disappear at this stage. We added it back, so you can also try to deal damage during the escape. And with the loadout we have right here, it could be enough to actually skip the last two phases of the fight. Yeah, I think this is what we do. So we can filter at least GG! This is time.
GG.
Amazing time, well done.
Thank you.
Yeah, just yet again, massive shoutouts to all the developers of the randomizer. You can see at the top is Ree, our runner here. He's done so much work for this and really formed it into what it is today. Thank you. Massive shoutouts to everyone else involved as well. And shoutouts to the community. Such an amazing community, and yeah. If you have anything to say yourself, Ree.
Not really. If you like the game, just play the randomizer. We have actually very beginner-friendly difficulties that make it very easy to get started, and it's not as convoluted as it might have looked today. So just try it out, play with it. You can play it with your friends. You can play co-op if you want to. Yeah, we are all happy to have people around.
Amazing. So thank you so much for this showcase, and also want to thank everyone who donated up until now. We're just $2 away from reaching $100 raised for Fred Hutch, so I definitely feel we'll be reaching there quite soon. With that said, if you enjoyed this Ori action, definitely stick around because we've got more of it coming with Ori and the Blind Forest. But this time played by Tukil, who's right here with us. So yeah, make sure to stick around everyone, and we'll be right back after a short mission. See you all.
definitely get us back on schedule. I will not be underestimated.
Man, I'm so sad. I forgot to save Shrek. It's open in my notepad. I forgot to save. What a disaster next year. Next summer.
We'll put a sticky note on that.
Yeah.
Morpheus.
And I'm Do. Glad to be here. I am someone who only plays Majora's Mask Bingo, so I will have the bingo information, while Morph gives you the speedrun information.
I'm excited to see this Blackout bingo between Jimmy and Feely.
And so immediately we see both players getting money. Bingo is a sort of complex optimization problem where you spend time to get money to buy bombs to save time, right? And Jimmy now, on Epona with no bow, is just going to sit here for 2 minutes.
A few moments later.
Funny, on Jimmy's side, you just push the guy who's breaking the rock. You just sort of scrunch him over. So there is a, minute-and-a-half cutscene right in front of this window. So Feely's going to time stop using the last frame of the bomb animation where Link is in this sort of referee position. You can pull out a cutscene item and crouch. And then here is going to do a couple of planned side hops. Pooch over a little bit with ESS. Turn Deku. Line up the top of the clock in a very specific place here.
Oh, that just went through the wall. That was cool.
Yep. Right? And so, first try.
Oh, we're doing weird shots.
Thank you, Weird Shot. That's the name of it. Weird Shot is a thing that crashes on English readily and easily if you go one frame too far. Thankfully, no crash here. But it relies on glitching your animation through the floor in order to sort of like move your hand that has the hook shot out of where it would normally be. So you can, there we go. Hook shot up to this chest.
GG's to Feely and Jimmy.
Yeah, that's great.
Very
Bravo.
good gameplay.
Yeah, super clean, that whole thing.
Very fun to watch.
Yeah, what a treat. Thank you all so much for watching.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Bingothon Winter 2025, raising funds for the Fred Hutch Cancer Center. Hope you've all enjoyed this Ori action we've just had with Ori and the Will of the Wisps, because I mean we've just had 2 runs in a row that finished underestimate and just like they've just swept their respective bingo boards. It's absolutely amazing. Like we're really off to a really strong start. And speaking of a strong start, you know, we're at $98 raised for Fred Hutch, just $2 short of 100. So I'm thinking, when are we gonna reach that 100? I'm sure it's gonna be soon enough. If you want to know how you can use that donation to make the marathon even better, do remember that there are some upcoming goals and bid wars that you can donate towards. The next one will be for the Hollow Knight Silk Song run. It will be a few hours from now, this evening, which includes both a Hornet reskin bid war and a Starting Crest bid war. So there's no donations at the moment for the reskin bid war, but right now we've got the Witch Crest as a lead for the Starting Crest bid war, which is leading at $10. So it'll be quite easy to make any other of the crests take the lead, should somebody choose to do so. So it'll be very interesting to see what results this might lead to. And definitely keep an eye out through the marathon for bid wars, because more and more bid wars and incentives will be revealed as the marathon progresses. So you definitely do not want to miss them. So, in the meantime, Rob, I believe you might be preparing a little something whilst I was talking.
We're hopefully, fingers crossed.
I can see that the peeps over at the French restream have had the same idea so far. Looking at because we've got you might see that a goal has been marked, but it is blue because it is from the French restream, and they've got
they've beat us. All right. I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong here. Shoot.
We currently do not.
Just this link here. Hang on, standing by post. This link here, like that.
I
Did I get it?
Let's go. Yes.
All right.
All right.
I
so-
don't know where we are. I don't even remember what the goals are. How'd they already get a 5K guess on a standard map? Are you kidding?
All right. Oh God, this is. Where the hell are we?
I'm looking for a cow. I don't think we're gonna find a
okay.
cow here.
Let's see.
What castles? Bananas? There
no,
might be a fruit
doesn't look
stand.
like- if there's a fruit stand, maybe we could find some fruit somewhere around. So, for anyone who might be clueless as to what's going on, we are playing Open Guesser, which is an alternative to GeoGuessr. And as you can see, we've got bingo goals related to that. And we are competing against the French restream, hosted by Nitro Speedrun. And who, as we said, already have a goal. So the French are currently beating us.
Cannot lose to the French. I refuse. I don't see bananas anywhere.
Yeah, it doesn't look like them. Okay, is there anything else we can see? Find a train, find a balloon, find a cave, find a banana, find a castle, capital city. No.
I might just guess somewhere to get us on a different map.
Yeah, if you feel a different map, because it's definitely not a cruise ship, we're definitely not getting that, unless you have a clue of where we're at. But yeah, it's
my best guess would be like Philippines, but that's probably wrong. Yeah.
Yeah, considering yeah, I mean that was
This doesn't look like a banana. Are you what? This doesn't even count as a forest.
Oh yeah, because it was go on the trail in a forest. No, I mean now we're gonna ask the question: what is a forest? What?
Well, place with a bunch of trees.
Yeah.
That says something.
I mean, because we're in the middle of nowhere.
You know what? This actually reminds me of somewhere I've been before.
Imagine if it actually were.
I doubt it. But you know what? We need to get out of the middle of nowhere, so I'm gonna guess it. Which was down over here in South Africa. Yeah, nope.
Close enough.
Stop putting us in the middle of nowhere!
This is fine.
I don't know where SK58 is. I don't know, New Zealand?
Can
Well,
we
we're
see the
driving on the
number
right.
plates?
It's not New Zealand.
Hmm. Oh, it's blurred. Yeah.
I mean, I guess this could be the US.
But I mean, it's not like we can get a 5K guess on the.
I'm not getting a
days,
5K guess on a random road like this anyway.
Yeah, we're definitely nor a 10 for the US if it's the US.
TWP.
E road 84.
TWP. I've never even heard of a road in the US like that.
I mean, at least it seems to be English speaking. But it could be a lot of countries.
Kansas. It was Canada.
Hmm.
Well, this is a forest, but
That is, but now
we
we find a
need to get
trail.
onto
We need a trail.
I specifically made that because I know in GeoGuessr you can end up like on walking trails in the middle of forests.
Okay, there's gotta be a trail somewhere we can find.
You're more likely to start on a trail than find a trail.
Hmm.
From my experience, anyway. Hooper Road, speed limit 30. That's like a U.S. speed limit sign. So I think we're in the States. Yeah, this all feels like U.S. Lakeside Services, I think that says. So I think we're in the U.S. If I had to guess, this feels like an Alaska or a Maine. Which, you know, we're on the opposite sides of the country. North, this is definitely like northern U.S. though, not south.
What is that? Can we go? I mean that.
Yeah, it's just a mailbox, I think. I don't think it's gonna give any useful information.
I mean, can we because it's tricky. At which point do we do we consider something to be a trail? Is it does it have to be specifically walking trail?
To me, it'd be a walking trail. Yeah.
Okay, so we can't. It can't be like we saw earlier because we saw that it could be accessed by a car. I think.
Yeah. That's the intention, at least I had when I made that goal.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna get anywhere anytime soon here. Warning.
Warning.
Something cable. You know, the more I look at this, well, if we weren't sure before, I think we are in the U.S.
It's a sign. I would wager that's a sign.
The more I look at this, the more I do think it's more like a Maine or a Minnesota than Alaska. I don't know. We don't have a lot of time.
I mean,
Maine. Here. Damn it, it was Washington. I'm not doing great.
But it was north. You're right.
Alright.
Where are we?
This feels like maybe we can find a banana.
Wait.
What is that? Thai?
Is there like maybe some market nearby?
Dude, honestly, I'm not even worried about the fruit market. I'm trying to see if we can just find them growing on trees over here. Feels like the right climate.
What's going on over there?
Saigon. Oh! Saigon, I believe, is the former name of Thailand. So I think we're in Thailand. That's a vendor. Do you sell bananas?
No, doesn't seem like it. If we keep going, what about the over there? What's that?
I don't think that's a fruit stand. I'm thinking we gotta go more inland. So let's go this way. Oh! Okay. Wasn't expecting that kind of a flag. Yeah, because that's Vietnam. Wait, that's the Vietnamese flag, I'm pretty sure. Wait, are we in Vietnam, not Thailand? I'm not sure what country we're in now.
I mean, that is indeed the flag of Vietnam.
Okay, then I guess we're in Vietnam. Give me a banana. Oh, come on.
Oh, look at
So many things for sale. Bags of chips. Looks like candy.
What's it on the other side? No, nothing either. Come on, there's gotta be something. I'll check.
Is there anything else we can be keeping an eye out for?
Okay, I'm just checking also as well that we haven't been told like, oh, the run is ready. We've just been stalling, but no, I don't see any messages. That's the next. So the next run, I think, is still been set up. At the moment. Let me check the board.
Oh,
again.
wait, pineapples, carrots.
Ah,
I don't see bananas though.
why must it hate us like this?
How did I find a pineapple before I found a banana?
You can just find the train, find the balloon, find the cruise ship, find the forest, find the crane, find the gold skull, find the border of the find the also find something new. What's that on the right? Oh no, it's a plant. I just vaguely saw some like yellow at least on my small screen, and I just thought, oh, is it?
More
No.
fruits.
Yeah, no, still no bananas.
I didn't even see a banana in the picture.
God damn it.
Do bananas not grow in this part of the world? I thought they did. What makes a banana a banana?
Wait, I see a ping. Okay. So let's give it maybe 2 more minutes. And then because I think after that we need to move on. So let's give it a couple more minutes of research, and then after that we'll.
I want a banana.
Me too.
Do you think there's bananas on pizza? That's not.
Okay, I'm just keeping track of time. Still nothing. And no. Oh man.
Come on.
Okay. This guy. Can we have a clutch reveal of a? No, it doesn't look like there will be anything here. What's that? No, it's just no.
Oh,
No.
man. I don't think those are bananas.
No. No.
Really?
Okay, 1 more minute.
Oh, come on. Come on.
Oh, wait.
Come on.
No.
There's so many fruits. and
Wait. Is that what? Oh, wait. Is that? No,
that
wait,
a
I'm not
banana?
sure. Is that? I can't see because my screen is too small. But is that like a down below the screen? I don't know if it's just my screen being too small. I can't identify.
Where?
Now I can't see. Oh, probably not. But I don't know. My screen right now is too small. I can't.
I don't think
can't
any
see.
of them were bananas.
Oh.
Okay, come on. Come on. There's so many things right here. Are those bananas? I mean, they're green. That's bananas. Those are bananas.
Bananas. Let's go. Let's
Yes!
go. Clutch bananas. Yes. Yes.
Bananas in
Yes!
Vietnam.
Banana.
Wait, alright, hang on. We're on a river. All
right. Okay.
This is about to be the clutchest 5K guess ever. You ready? Boom. You know what? We were the right country. I'll take it.
All right. Well, at least we got 1 goal. No, I'm happy with that.
Yes!
Okay. So with that said, yeah, you can probably now, clear that. Amazing. So the next run of Ori and the Blind Forest should be ready in just a couple of minutes. So hang on tight, everyone, and we'll be right back. See you all soon.